To welcome everyone who's here. If you can, please stand and say pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And are there any changes to the agenda? So the agenda stands presented. So the next item is review and approval of the agenda. There are no changes, so I'd ask for a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Madam President.
Yes, Mr.
I
Albert.
so move.
Thank you, Julie. Your second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Anthony. Not on my, I'm good.
You got it.
I got it. The next is the consent agenda, which includes review and approval of the accounts payable voucher listings, review and approval of the minutes of the regular session on September 29th, 2025, and review and approval of the minutes from the special session of October 3rd, 2025. Are there any questions or comments regarding the consent agenda? If not, I'll assume there's consensus and we'll move on. So we're on recognition now, so the spotlight recognition.
Thank you. I'll defer to my principals.
Okay.
Sure.
Certificate.
Yeah.
Okay. It's my pleasure to recognize Ms. Stephanie Cochran this evening, our teacher at Daleville Junior Senior High School for outstanding enthusiasm, dedication, and helping launch our 212 degree of Power One More initiative this year. I can tell you about Ms. Cochran. She's transformed the art room into a studio art room and has brought some innovative technology where students can design on a pad and correlates with the Chromebook and some t-shirt design, and they can make their own t-shirts, and also getting our students out in the community. We're in many art shows and competitions, and they can take that as far as they want. But tonight, just to preface this, at the beginning of the school year, we introduced our students to the motivation concept of 212 degrees. At 211 degrees, water's hot. At 212 degrees, it boils. And with boiling water comes steam, which can power a locomotive. The powerful metaphor reminds us of just one extra degree of effort can lead to remarkable results. As a staff and students, we're committed to raising our Bronco pride and achievement by 1 degree each day, day by day and week by week throughout the year. Ms. Cochran exemplifies this mindset. She coordinated the donation of over 450 shirts and multiple jackets for staff with the 212 degree logo on it, and led the effort to place teacher name signs above the classroom doors. These contributions, both big and small, making a lasting impact on our school learning community. So tonight, I personally appreciate, and she came to me in the summer and had these ideas and just wanted to do it out of genuine support for the students here and give them something to be excited and something to grab onto. And it's morphed in a lot of different ways. At the end of the day, we take a minute to tidy up the school and build respect for the school that we share during the day and put things up and help our custodians. And it's taken off in a lot of different ways of teaching and learning, having pride in our building and in each other. So thank you, Mrs. Cochran. We appreciate you. Come on up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If I could get it to happen.
Everybody out of the way on that side. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so for ours, normally these are pages recognized. We get to celebrate today. I go back to when I worked summer maintenance here, and I got put in elementary a few times, and I mean, I was struggling. I was just out of college, I'm teaching, and I'm thinking, I can't keep up with Rhonda. Like, I mean, she's just killing it. But her leadership, like, obviously you think custodian, obviously our building's in tip-top shape. She leads her team, but it was that love for the kids. It was like that grandma for all of our kids in the building. Kids love it. You know, they smile every time they see you. We were able to celebrate her today with lunch, and even our staff was like, we can't fill those shoes, and we can't. We know we can't, but you have some pretty big shoes to fill. It'll take a number of people, but we also are excited to see you in the parent pickup line, to see you enjoying that time with the grandkids. So your commitment to Daleville has been unmatched. Super happy to have been a part of it from an administrative side, and will be excited to see you coming into the program, smiling, going, I don't have to shovel snow today. So just happy to recognize you and glad you could make it tonight. So.
Thank you.
You gotta get a picture. Yeah, look at me.
Oh, that's great. How long have you been here, Rhonda?
26 years.
Oh, my goodness. A long time, isn't it? It is. I know. Had a lot of grandkids and kids go through. You were always there, so. We sure appreciated you. On the agenda would be comments from patrons.
I want to thank you so much for taking care of Liam and making it possible for him to flourish.
We have a good team here. Really good team.
No comments from the back row.
No comments, I'm listening. Here's your chance. I'm good.
Good.
Thank you,
Get back
good,
later.
okay.
Trina, you'll pass on
Then we'll go to reports on school.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
You don't have to say all this.
Congratulations. Thank you, Brad.
So elementary wise, budget mini audit's been completed. We have our enrollment there. I think we're 3 kids above where we were last year. Red ribbon and bully awareness, they fell on the same week this year. So we had dress up days this week, and it just, we had color wars were yesterday, and man, there's some competition, like as much from the kids as the teachers. So and 6th grade did win. We had 4th grade students argue that their color is black and everybody has black. So they win every year because it's black and everybody has black. So, but it's interesting to see them compete and come in and like all socks matching, makeup matching. So cool week with that. But also Ms. Crabtree then talks to all of our classes just about bullying and like what that looks like, what it is, what it isn't, and how to be nice, how to be kind, and also how to stand up for that student rather than to stand there and just watch it happen, how you can be an upstander and go, well, this isn't cool, we don't do this in our school. So been a cool week celebrating that. We obviously have parent-teacher conferences coming up, and I was in Muncie for 19 years and we got rid of parent-teacher conferences midway through my time there. It is awesome to see that we've had that connection with parents. Every year we have over 90% of our parents attend in some way, so maybe a Zoom or and we have some teachers that are like, this is the first time I've been able to face-to-face meet with parents. So cool to still have that as a priority. Our DC trip overall went well. We had some lower numbers this year than we have in the past. We talked to parents. Part of it is the cost has increased. We talked to Appian Tours, and the buses used to cost $7,000 and now they cost $14,000. So the trip was right around $1,000, maybe a little over. Another piece, some parents pointed out that I have a 5th grader. I'm not comfortable sending them. So now I need to pay for 2 people because it is a 5th grader. Now parents are like, hey, I need to be on the trip as well. So Ms. Garrett said, the people, they got back about 1:30 in the morning and I was standing out there waiting, and parents are like, this is awesome. The parents that allow kids to go, I've talked to them every day, and like, this is like the only time they'll experience this in their life. Parents were excited. When I went as a chaperone, it was the first time I'd ever been there. So cool experience that we just kind of evaluate, like definitely it's awesome to have them go, but is there a way to make that more reasonable? Is it type of maybe fundraising? So we have 2 years before it comes back up, but definitely something to look at.
Do they do fundraisers?
So the chocolate bar fundraisers, our big fundraiser, that profit for 5th and 6th grade students goes towards their trip. Never done anything other than that. So we initially had looked at like, well, is it something that needs to be over fall break? All of the parents we asked said, well, we won't go to DC. We do stuff on fall break. Mm-hmm. So I think you would lose a couple of teachers who do family things as well. So, but overall, very cool trip. The shutdown, initially parents were anxious, but like the Smithsonian museums were closed. They added 2 new museums we had never been to and a couple other memorials to where parents were like, you didn't even notice it was shut down. There was something going on at the White House, so they couldn't get as close, but they still had pictures and that kind of thing.
Can somebody come out?
Yeah, that was it. Todd Young came out of the Capitol building and met with all of the students, answered questions. So awesome for us. I'm sure good PR for him as well. But we don't always get that where someone's willing to come out. Our PBIS rewards still going well. And that's just for us, it's an online piece. Students earn reward or points, then they can buy things. We added some new options. We had a number of kids that wanted soccer and football with the principals. We currently have basketball. So football is just they come in the gym and we play pass with them for 10 or 15 minutes. Soccer now, Joseph and I are like, we're not trying to get injured. So somehow we're going to play soccer with them. We just don't know how that looks yet.
Down the court.
That's when I told Joseph, you be the goalie. Like, I'm going to be the one that just kind of trots around and they can all kick the ball in. Yes, yes. So that's going well. We added a teacher store. So it's the incentive for teachers to then give the points out. They earn points as they give points. And it has some things like kids have a hat day, teachers can buy a hat day, teachers can buy a jeans day, those kind of things are their incentive in the teacher store. They can buy snacks, they can make my copies where Kevin and I will go make their copies. They can cover my recess, and we'll go out and cover the recess and make it that time. So just another piece to kind of encourage it, but also it's been kind of fun for teachers. Athletics-wise, boys basketball starts up November 10th. We actually have Cooper and Clay Sexton are going to coach. Clay, I met with him the other day. He's excited to kind of mentor Cooper into that responsibility of like, hey, you're leading now. What does that look like? Yes, and that was part of the agreement we had talked with Mr. Hansen of like, if Cooper's going to coach, we need an adult with him that's mentoring him. And his dad said, I will lead all the parent communication. Like, he doesn't know what that should look like. So, cool moment for them as father and son, I think, to mentor him. Yeah. So, I think that'll be good. Coach Nelson will lead our girls team. She had coached in the past as well. We just wrapped up the I-Learn checkpoints. We reviewed all that data with teachers this past week. Really, for us, it was identifying those bubble kids. We generally do it every year, but our big push this month was, where are our students and what are we doing for them? We always said you can measure everything, but until you have a plan to correct it or to support them, it's kind of challenging. So that was our big focus this time. It's like, what are those components we're using to help them grow? I read in our win time, really just that I read prep with second and third grade, and nothing new. We started, I believe, second grade last year and doubled our number of kids that passed. So we'll just kind of tweak that moving forward. And then we're going to do a research project based on pre-K availability, and Ball State's going to kind of spearhead that with us. But it's really like, do our kids go to pre-K, and if they didn't, why? If they did go, where did they go? And the first thing she said is, why don't you have pre-K in your building? And I said, well, number one, we don't have space. I don't know where we would put it. I think we would love to. We just don't know where it would go. But she's going to, kindergarten and first grade parents will get a paper saying, hey, will you do an interview? They get a $20 gift card if they do it. But it will just kind of evaluate where our kids go, and if they don't, why they don't go. So I'll be excited to see what that looks like. Just tricky in our community, we know of a few places, but with so many transfer kids, we don't know what their options are. So they'll reach out to those people as well and see what it looks like. So I think it'll be interesting to see what it looks like.
Any questions you want to ask? And we'll move on to action regarding personnel.
I'm going to say it. Nice. You can go.
Did you want to say something?
Sure.
Go ahead.
The Junior Senior High School minute audit of the bank statement for September has been completed. We administered the PSAT and NSQT on Wednesday. We do have some makeups where students weren't present, about 8. We'll take care of this coming Tuesday. The PSAT gives us math and literacy skills and shows where our students are at in grades 10 and 11 in this case, and where they're projecting towards the SAT. And there's also opportunities for scholarship and those pieces with it as well. So that went well. That's taken on the student devices. We do a large group and some small groups within that school day doing it. So we'll get those made up and we'll give a completion report. We'll give a technology, how the technology performed, how the students, navigated the test, the completion rate. Obviously, our goal is 100%, and then and we'll share that out when we finish. The Jeff Roberts Memorial Fund grants were awarded in person. We'll put those pictures out. Aaron Olinger in PE received one, and Christopher Parks, and our Spanish teacher, also received one. And, those were presented to them at their doors. They were excited. Those are projects they wrote up, and they're going to implement in their classroom that needed additional funding to do so.
So that's new,
That is new this
your
year.
first year, right?
Yes,
So they had to write it, they had to apply for it?
they did have to apply for it and were selected. The grade level meetings, we meet beginning of each grade level, what's going well, where we need to improve, things coming, and they're tailored to our 7th and 8th, and then our 9 through 12 students. Those were completed the first week of each quarter, and we did that the week of October 13th. Those are always good to see the group as a whole and communicate with them and share our expectations and go over those pieces. So we always enjoy that opportunity to meet with them as a group, and we do some different things with them during that time. New this year, all 11th and 12th grade are required to complete a career discovery meeting. Those have been completed, and Dr. Long leads those. So we were able to submit those and make sure we were accounted for. Delaware County Pride Team, we had 2 students this year. I was fortunate enough to catch them perform at the breakfast. Emma Simpola and Lila Nall did a fantastic job. Delaware County Pride Team, they go around to different elementaries throughout Delaware County and share the message of anti-drug and those pieces. And they do different skits for the kids, and they really engage the adults that were there that morning. I can only imagine how they do with the young people in the elementary school. So great representation. They represented Daleville very well with that, and we were able to sit with them and talk with them for a little bit. 212 degrees, the power of one more. That we distributed those T-shirts. We wore those last Friday, just as a reminder of our day-to-day goals to keep improving and that accountability piece and take pride in our schools. So that's been a cornerstone piece that will continue throughout the year. Before I had shared with you the different college credit classes we offer. These are some of the current pathways offered at the junior senior high school: computer science, engineering, and biomedical. Biomedical just recently took a trip to Ball State College of Health, and they were able to do some pretty cool things there. And a lot of those students have a passion for that. So what that would look like if they wanted to pursue that beyond high school. So, and a lot of those students in biomedical find themselves in academic and technical honors. So it's a strong program. Miss Finley leads that. She's done a fine job with it. Enrollment 444. Solid, strong numbers above where we were last year. On the extracurricular front, we have regional cross-country qualifiers. They're going to run in Huntington tomorrow morning. Colin Elam, Nick Pugsley, Kinley Kepper, and Macy Kirkpatrick. Saw them perform last Saturday at the sectional, and they did a fine job to qualify. Some other highlights: Maddie Reese recorded 1,000 career kills, which is pretty impressive. Her ranking was number 1 in kills in 1A in the junior class, so she leads that group. Number 8 overall kills in 1A, and number 12 in kills in all classes, which is pretty impressive. And she was also recognized by one of the official for rallying the group during a tough call against us in a game and moving on to the next play. So that leadership piece is exciting. When we get those, we like to bring the kids down or share. If it's a team piece, go down to the practice and share those. Winter sports practices have started. Last night, we had the winter sport coaches meeting where we go through those expectations, and Mr. Hanson and I were there for that. We each speak on, our piece and how it connects to the school and what are the important pieces we need to do during the school day, and then have that success after school. So that went very well, and we had all of our coaches there. So it's been busy, and we're getting ready to make that transition into the winter season. It's moving quickly, and we're in quarter 2, so trying to close out semester 1. So things are moving quick, and a lot of positives. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
We have 2 resignations,
Yeah, and
2 hires.
we celebrated one of those resignations with Rhonda Deerdoff tonight, and the other one, Ari McMillan, is relocating, so that's reason for the resignation. And then we hired, and I would also, Mr. Reese, if you had any additional comments on Allison King or Karen Robinson, new hires.
Yeah, so Allison King is Stacey King's daughter. She's back from college and has been subbing and doing a great job for us. And just latchkey, we're down a person right now. She said, I would love to help in latchkey. I knew Miss Sutton when I was little, so that has been pretty cool to add her to that. And then Karen Robinson was a school counselor at LaPel for 10 years. She is at a point where she, like she said, doesn't need to work but loves working with kids. So she is just a behavior aid for us. They're obviously overqualified. She shared in her interview that she does have a koi pond with 200 koi, and they swim with them, and 3 turtles, and they get in and float and hang out with them. But she's worked through this whole week, and man, she just hit the ground running. Like, obviously she's been in buildings, and we are very fortunate. Jeff Smith
Not
today.
snapping turtles.
Not sliders. Those are friendly ones, I guess. And they all come in the wintertime. They scoop them up and put them in 100-gallon tanks in a heated barn so the fish are good. So, but she has, Jeff Smith said, I don't know how we got this lucky, but like, she's amazing. So excited to have her working with our students. So
So do you think those ones that both stay in their pond, they take them in?
I don't know. I almost feel like these, like they might get them out at night and go, I'm going to hold
I was gonna say these are
Susie for the night.
These are pampered.
Then the turtles go out and swim, and then they'll be like, all right, it's time to come in. I said, you might call them when they come in? She said, you got to get in and net them out. But like they have names, I think, and yeah, very free spirit, I would say. But it was cool. Our kids who maybe are resistant to new people, like just kind of had no problem talking to her and working with her. And yeah, it was cool. So excited about that. Thank you. Yeah.
And then we also had an athletic slate of ECA coaches to move.
The 2 that were mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So recommendation is to approve.
Yes.
Any questions? For the superintendent's recommendation to approve the personnel report as presented to us, do I hear a motion?
Madam President.
Yes, Mrs. Reed.
Yes,
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
Just make all second.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Carried. The next is consideration of donations. Van.
Yeah, we do donations, but we have a fundraiser for the bands that I would recommend approving. Sorry.
Time to donate.
Yes.
November 4th.
Yes.
Excellent. Large my screen to see.
It's not very big on mine.
Yeah, you have to, I don't know if you can, I was able to zoom in a little bit there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, it's Dine to Donate Night at Fazoli's, November 4th. And money will be divided into student accounts. Those go on the Chicago trip.
Not to cook. The recommendation is to approve the fundraiser.
Yes.
You heard the superintendent's recommendation to approve the fundraiser with a van for November 4th at Fazoli's. Do I hear a motion?
Madam President,
Yes, Mrs. Anthony?
I so moved.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Reese. Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. All those opposed, say no. Carried. All right. Next is consideration of a transfer from the education fund to the operations fund. And I think you mentioned this is like $150,000.
It's a hundred, yeah, this is a resolution and, what, again, this action, I think did this previously, it's $150,000 to move over to operations, to cover again, tax draw, timing of tax draw, and, we'll be working on a general obligation bond to be able to pay ourselves back here in the near future. So I make the recommendation to pass this resolution.
Any questions? You've heard the superintendent's recommendation that the board approve the resolution to move $150,000 from the education fund to the operations fund as presented to us. Do I hear a motion?
Madam President,
Yes, Mr. Albert.
I so move.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Hampton. Motion is made and seconded. Madam Secretary, would you call the roll, please?
Vicky Reese,
Yes.
Ron Hubbard Jr.,
Yes.
Cassie Anthony,
Yes.
Diane Evans.
Yes. Okay.
If you need to look at my screen.
All right, the next is consideration of renewal of the liability and workers' compensation insurance policy.
And so I'll make a recommendation to approve the renewal for our liability insurance. If you look at it, it went up.
It's sideways.
Yeah, it's sideways. I don't know if you turned it. It went up $2,000 from 112 to 114 for the renewal, and the workman's comp is actually down a couple thousand. So it's really pretty level from the year before. Smith Insurance, our representative, said like this never happens or rarely happens, so we should. This is one of the good wins I think this week. That is held steady.
That's awesome. Any questions? And you recommend that we renew the liability?
I mean, in the policies are the same as last year as well. No policy changes. Yes, I make that recommendation.
For the superintendent's recommendation for the renewal of the liability and workers' compensation insurance policies, do I hear a motion?
Madam President,
Yes, Mrs. Reese.
I so moved.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
Yes, ma'am, I will second.
Thank you, Mr. Hubbard. Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Carried. The next is consideration of an overnight field trip.
I make a recommendation to approve this overnight field trip. I feel like I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to ask Mr. Reese if he has some support on this. I know it's our sixth graders going to Flat Rock. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, we've done this a number of years, and it really has, it's kind of tied to some academics as well. They have to earn trophies and they have to get 80% of their trophies as they work. There are some special circumstances that kind of fit in with some students.
Is Ann going with them?
No, this is our sixth grade team. This will be Mrs. Garrett. Mr. Joseph goes as well. He usually handles this trip, and all the sixth grade teachers will go. They work on teamwork. I mean, they're shooting archery, canoeing. Yeah, very cool trip. So, like I said, we've done it a number of years, but it's a good incentive piece for students, and they're given every opportunity to earn that in that situation. So, very cool. Last year was Mr. Joseph's favorite field trip. So,
Do you remember what the cost is for the kids to do this?
I think it's $100.
Yeah, it is. That's what's listed here.
Yeah. It's like $10 transportation or something.
It's pretty reasonable.
It is, and we have PTO at times. We'll do some scholarships if we have kids who have earned it but can't go, and we have some student activity money we'll use for it as well. So we've never had a student not go because of us. So
And your recommendation is to approve.
My recommendation is to approve the field trip.
For the superintendent's recommendation to approve the overnight field trip as presented to us, do I hear a motion?
Madam President,
Yes, Mrs. Anthony.
I so moved.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
A second.
Thank you, Mrs. Reese. Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Carried. Okay, well, I don't know what to do with G and H right now. Just speaking.
Yeah.
Mark the bell.
Yes, I think, maybe I don't know if we need to make a motion to remove them since we accepted the agenda as presented, but
I should have said.
they're not. There's nothing to be considered in G&H.
I'm looking for a motion to amend the agenda to remove items 7G and 7H. Do I hear a motion?
Madam President,
Yes, Mr. Halpern.
so moved.
Do I hear a second? I'll second. Thank you, Mrs. Reese. Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Carried. All right. Item H is Daleville Community Schools Board of Trustees goals for the 2025-2026 school year. And our goals are at least to attend 10 related school events during each school year, to seek opportunities for the board's professional growth, to review goals formally every month until they are complete, to have 100% attendance at board meetings each year, and hold one or more special meetings and events to give patrons the opportunity to meet school board members, keep board policies current, review corporation goals by the end of December, and spotlight students, staff, volunteers, and community members. That's the biggest one for us that we'd like to do monthly.
Awesome.
So the next is for the good of the cause. Anybody anything for the good of the cause?
Welcome.
Yeah, come back. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
New superintendent, we're starting out fresh again.
Do I get, can I speak in the cause?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to, again, I want to thank the board for entrusting me to be the next superintendent of Daleville Community Schools. As I've said to many people over the last couple of weeks and prior, this place has always been a special place for me. It has felt like home. It's the place where I first started teaching. And as I said in my message, sometimes you romanticize it, especially after 20 years, places where you've been and it's exactly what I thought. And the people have been wonderful, past students, staff, the administration. I heard we had a great team. We have a great team. So excited to be a part of this. I think just great things are ahead of us at Daleville Community Schools.
I think we're excited to have you too.
Yeah, thank you.
You feel the breath of fresh air, so newness for us too.
Yeah, thank you. And right now is a discovery, right? I've really tried to make it a point that over the next 60 to 90 days, just learn as much as possible. Culture, climate, processes, strategy, and then as a team, collectively, we'll start to be building forward, building out our North Stars. So very excited about it.
We are too. Very excited too. Next item's the adjournment. I gotta wait for Dave to tell me when I can do it.